Hello and welcome back to the third video in the series of Junk Journal Your Christmas. And in this video I'm more or less talking about some items or some things that you can do to add some memories or some nostalgic things that kind of bring up Christmas to you. I know a lot of us probably have a lot of sentimental memories of Christmas, and that's what really draws us to love Christmas. Maybe some are making new memories. But I know in my case, a lot of my love for Christmas comes from both my mom and my dad. So they both had their different ways of celebrating, and we would celebrate with my dad's family every year on Christmas Eve. And then of course my mom, we would celebrate Christmas morning with more of her traditions. So it was, I love each and every one of those traditions that we did. And so that, I think, brought my love for Christmas. And so I wanted to kind of give you a couple of ideas that you can collect when you're ready to start putting together your December journal, your December daily, and ways that you can collect those memories without actually maybe tearing things up or cutting things up. Because I know a lot of I buy a lot of pretty little books and things, and then when it comes down to it, I have a hard time tearing them up because they are so old, or maybe some memories that I don't particularly want to tear up or put in. I guess to give an example is like pictures, for example, the really old pictures from when we were kids and things. I usually go and scan a copy and make myself I do not put the original in a lot of my books because I don't know why. For one, I can reuse those photos, but another thing is I just feel more comfortable making a copy of the actual photo and using them in my scrapbooks. So with that being said, I'm going to jump to it. I really am, you guys, trying to make my videos a lot shorter so that you're able to get some ideas and then go use those ideas or get inspiration, or maybe get some thoughts that about some things that you have thought about doing as well. So as you can tell, I haven't had a chance to really play around in my journal. I've been making ornaments like crazy this past week, but I have been, I did watch the first Hallmark movie, which was this past Saturday, so I have my little check mark, and I did color her in using the Sparkle Pop pens that you can see a little glimmer in a lot of it. So that was one of the things that I did add to my journal. So the other thing that, I think that's about it that I had actually. So what my thought process is there's a couple things that are very nostalgic to me, and so this is kind of what this video is about, is taking memories that you have from your childhood, or maybe even memories, like for me, I never thought my memories would be of my kids being little, and they are, now that they're a lot more older. There's those Christmases I want to remember that I plan on adding a couple pictures in here. So just to kind of jump in, I loved Snoopy. I think a lot of us that grew up watching Snoopy, Charlie Brown, The Great Pumpkin. So I had bought this coloring book a while. I think I had it from last year or the year before. Not one single page colored in it. But one of the things my mom used to do when we were kids is the 1st of December, she would buy us a brand new coloring book and a brand new box of crayons. And so what I want to do this year in my book is cut out Charlie Brown. I'm going to color him in, and then I'm going to write that story in there. And it could be my December 1st story. It may not be. I don't know. It may be just an additional story that I include in my journal. So that was something that really brought back some memories that I want to include in my journal this year. And what I did was, since my journal is a lot more smaller than the actual coloring book, I scanned it in, and then I just made it into like a 5x7, so that way I can cut it down and fit it into my my junk journal. So my next thing I did was, I have a couple of these vintage hankies, and I do not think they're family you know, I collect these. I used to collect a lot of them. I've kind of gotten away from them because after a while I have so many, but I do carry them in my purse. But I love, love, love this Christmas one. I don't know. It just, when I see this, I think of rocking around the Christmas tree. I do not know why, but I love this one. And this one's just beautiful. I love the poinsettias. So I want to include these in my journal. And actually, I just basically put it on the scanner, scanned them in, and then I printed them out. I'm going to put this particular design, if you love them too, I'm going to add them to my blog, and then you can also print these out as well. This, you can tell, this is a regular 8x10 printout, and then I just made it into a 5x7. That might have been a 4x6, that Charlie Brown one, but basically and then if you want them even smaller, like if you wanted wallet size, you can print them out as wallet size. So that's an idea. One of the things that I thought about, and I really don't have this in my family, but if you had a tablecloth, or you had like a special doily, or maybe a tree skirt that one of your family members used, or that it was your grandmother's and it may be falling apart, this could be a great idea to scan it in, and then you could document that story about it, instead of, you know, maybe put it in a box somewhere, but you're not cutting it up and adding it to anything. You can scan that in and tell your story for memories in there. So that's another idea, but I am going to offer these since I love them so much. I want you to enjoy them too. Now this other page, oh, there's my big Snoopy. So this I found, I have a big stack of Christmas books that I keep in an old wooden box by the tree, and so usually I try to read a Christmas story a night. This belonged to me and my brother and sisters. It has our name all in here. And I used to pretend I was a librarian in the summer, and you'll see a lot of the books have numbers on them that were my childhood books. I never thought this would bother me. I mean, it kind of tells a story if you ask me, but it was just, I do remember playing librarian. I absolutely love this book. I love the illustrations in this book. It's, actually, I did see this book a while back. I think I saw it at our grocery store, and I bought it for my younger sister. I love the town. I love each little pin mark that the illustrator put together. I love the graphics, the cat. I mean, I never even noticed the cat in this window till the other day when I was looking at it, but I just love the graphics in this book. This Christmas tree is gorgeous, and I'll show you real quick. Santa, I love Santa in this picture. So, and the cat's there. I never recognized the cat always being in the photo. I love that. So this book holds near and dear memories, and I do not want to cut it up. I love this book. It belonged to me and my brothers and sisters. And so, but what I did was I scanned it in. And I scanned in just a few pages. I loved the Santa. I love the kids' bedrooms. Like, they're all nestled, snug in their beds. And the Christmas tree. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So I really, looking at my size of my notebook, I'm thinking this, I could even do like, somehow cut it in half and put it in there. And this alone is just a beautiful insert to put into your junk journal. So if you have a book from your childhood, or maybe one that you read to your kids, or read to your nieces and nephews, or just that you think has beautiful graphics, and you don't want to cut the book up, definitely scan it in, print it out, and you can put it in your junk journal. So I love that idea, and I'm going to tell the story about the book. I actually may make a copy, now that I think about it, the cover, because looking at the actual pictures I printed out, I scanned in, you wouldn't be able to really tell too much which book it is. So my next idea is, this was actually material. I love this material. I picked it up at Walmart. I loved it. I actually thought about coming in here and covering my front cover with material, but then I love the little golden book. So I'm going to come in here and actually cover this and put like some sort of cute nostalgic tag like that. So, and I'm planning on doing a lot more decorating. I just kind of getting the gist of the junk journaling videos down. Next week I will be creating some fun little accessories. So I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but I'll go into those details in just a moment. So yeah, I love this material and I wanted to add it into my journal. So I just scanned it in and made a copy. So always keep in mind that you don't necessarily have to add the bulk with the material. You can also always scan it in. Now, the other thought process that I had was, and I talk about old photos. This is I found this I had a dream about this actually. I've been having lots of dreams about my grandpa. You know, if you follow me, he did pass away about a month ago, so lots of memories are going through my head with him and my grandmother. And so, sorry, I still get choked up a little bit. I really want to remember him. Sorry, I didn't expect to do this on camera, but I really want to spend some time remembering him this Christmas. And so I found this photo and I'm going to include it in my planner. I mean, not my planner, my journal. And so my grandmother had put together this old cookbook, and some of it's my handwriting, but a lot of it's hers. And she was well known for her sugar cookies. And so I, of course, don't want to use this in my, cut it up in any means, even though like it's falling apart. But I want to take her sugar cookie recipe. Like you can tell, I love this cookbook. Spritz cookies have always been my cookie I make at Christmas. But I do have her her sugar cookie recipe in here. And so I'm going to make a copy of it and put it in my Christmas journal. And I'm actually going to make cookies, and I'm probably going to take a picture of those cookies and put them in there as well. I'm sitting here digging through it, and oh, here they are, drop sugar cookie. So I'm going to scan this in and I'm going to include it, and I'm also going to include this picture. Again, if this was one, we used to do a family Christmas. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to tell a story. So I guess what I'm trying to also reflect in what I plan on doing in my December is not only telling today's stories, but also telling stories of the past and remembering and, you know, journaling those, because those are just as important to me as your stories of today. And so I'm going to scan that in and I'm going to add it to there. And so on that note, I found, and I'll have to show it to you next time because I left it outside. And I've been unpacking the garage, which is all my Christmas stuff and just stuff, y'all, stuff. That's all I can say. But I'm going to go through, I have this scrapbook that has Christmas tags. I saved all my Christmas tags, all my gifts, and I put them in a scrapbook, and they are like from 1989. So I was in the 9th grade. I'm not aging myself at all here, but you know, I'm gonna, from my grandma and grandpa, you know, so I want to scan those in and use some of those in my journal as well. So I just wanted to kind of pop on today and in the video just give you some ideas of other things that you can add to your junk journal that you love, that bring you sentimental reasons, that gives you nostalgic memories. You know, I think I'm going to even add one of my kids because I miss them being so little. And so yeah, so I hope you're inspired to look around and see if there's something that you can scan in. I have a scanner here on my, I have a special scanner that I use for photos, but I know you can use a scanner at your office supply stores. I even think I don't know if grocery stores still do that, but at least at the office supply, they'll work with you they're going to get you the best quality. So what I would do is even scan it in, and I know I like to get on my computer and kind of play around with mine. But you know, they're more than, I know mine is, that they can help you out with that too. Or if you want to scan it in put it on a flash drive to bring it home and then kind of play around with it too. So those are some options as well. Well, I hope you're inspired, and going real quickly. The next couple of videos, I'm going to be making little accessories for my junk journal, and I thought about doing it all in one video, but I think in order to keep them short and sweet and fast, I'm going to be doing just probably 2 or 3 different techniques or different things that you can doll up and dress up your junk journal, but I'm going to do it in increments of videos. So that's the plan. We'll see how what do they say, how the cards fall or something like that, but that's the plan. So I appreciate you, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.